I must be mad. I'm down on the beach, gale force winds, no rain at the moment, but I'm wrapped up warm, got my wet proofs on, waiting for Relics and Roots to arrive. Nick from Relics and Roots, if he gets here. Yeah, it's very windy. Let's see what I can find. Right, see you on the first one. Just found this item. It's right squeaky signal. Focus. Probably a bracelet, or I would say an earring. It's a bit loose there. I may have just knocked that, but I don't think it's anything special, but I'll give it a clean when I get back anyway. Yeah, it's a big earring, if that's an earring, looking at the point there. Right, moving on. Just dug this up, reading of 84. Some sort of top or something. Yeah, something different. Right, moving on. Moving on. Doesn't want to switch off. This was reading in the 70s. Don't know what it is or what it was for. Okay, moving on. This was reading in the 20s. I think it's about 22. Can make out some letters up the top, I think. At least it's my eyes. God knows what it is. Yeah, nice clear signal. I'll give that a little clean when I get back. Probably a lead seal, looking at it. Okay, moving on. Yeah, tell when the sound's been ripped out a little bit. This was on the surface. One of those big shells again. Yeah, that will clean up lovely. Definitely. I usually have to dig down about 6 or 7 inches to get these. Right, moving on. Just found this item out of that hole, and let me just give it a wash. What I'm going for there is the top end of a razor blade. It would have screwed onto there. Well, I'm saying that. I don't know. Anybody, any ideas? Let me know. Right, moving on. Right, jumpy target, and I think it's a 4-hole button. Yeah, that'll be a 4-hole button, all right. Right, moving on. Nick's just arrived from Relics and Roots.
Hello.
Saw him coming across the sand there, nearly got blown over.
Yeah, stormy.
Well, it's gale force winds here, but we're venturing on, see what we can find. Right, see you on the next one. Just found this, it's believed to be a button. Still got a shank on the back. So I reckon that's got to be a military one. Looking at it. Get all that stuff off there. It should look Should have a nice pattern on it. Lovely. Love finding military stuff. Hopefully it is. I think it could be. Right, moving on. There's Nick having a rest. You alright, Nick?
I'm trying to smoke a rollie. I can't smoke a rollie because of the wind.
Oh dear. Not so many dog people on the beach today, so just a few. But it's so blowy. Right, carry on. Screaming signal, and it's another showcase, but there's a much smaller one. Much smaller. Yeah, I say it's a showcase. It might not be actually. It might be just a tube, part of a tube. Looking at it now. Right, moving on. Just dug this up. It's a screaming target. Oh, another smaller caliber or whatever it is. I'll give that a clean and I'll check that out when I get back by checking over right and on the bottom. It's been fired, that's the main thing. Right, moving on. Just had this up. It's one of the seals I've had off here before. These little lead seals. There's never any markings on them, but it's definitely a seal. Right, moving on. This came out the black sand. I don't know whether it's a seal or not till I clean it. Or it could just be just a piece of metal. But I'll check that out when I get back. Yeah, I think it could be a seal. I said that last time. Okay, moving on. Nick there trying to dig a target. Well, the wind blowed him over. They are gale force here. I just hope this wind mic's working well. Just gonna have a look what he's got. I forgot my pinpointer this morning. Oh. Back in the hole.
Right, but I think it's a bit of rubbish.
Bit of rubbish. Never mind, mate.
On to the next.
Right, on to the next. First coin while I've been here. It's got to be a little RP, I think. Looking at it. Yeah, it's got to be an RP. Right, moving on. Another coin. Look at the state of that. It's got to be a penny. God, been down there for quite a long time. There you go. 1 penny. Moving on. Well, this tree wasn't certainly not here the other day. It's travelled a few miles. Look at the state of it. Be a good feature in a garden. Some of this anyway. There's Nick sitting on the edge. Good old tree. Another coin reading in the 20s. It's got to be an RP. Yeah, there's Her Majesty. No, it's 5p. Sorry, 5p. Right, moving on. Another 4-hole button. You can see that. Yeah, that's all it is. Right, moving on. This was reading smack on 70, and I'm sure it's another seal, I think. Bit too thick though. Don't know what it is. Probably just a bit of offcut actually, looking at it. Yeah, that's what it is. Bit of offcut from a bit of steel, I think. You can see where it's been cut. Right, moving on. This was reading in the 90s, and I can understand why. It's a coin, but it's all rusted up. You can just see the edge there. Bit more edge there. So I would say that's a penny. It's been down there for a long time. Right, moving on. This was reading in the 60s. I don't know what it is, whether it's a button or coin. Would not know until it's all cleaned off. There it is. Right, moving on. Well, I'm back from my dig, got my coffee there, and I've got some of those mini sugared donuts. Right, let's go through the finds. That was the first find I found, which I know now is an earring. It's a bit of tack. That's all it is. Couple of bag seals, in fact 3 bag seals. That one's got the anchor on, as you can see there in the letter. This one has got some writing on. You can just about see that there. These I find plenty of on the beach, and I've been told they're post office seals. Buttons, managed to get 5. That's a 4 roller, as well as the other 3 there. This was the best find for me today. There's the London and South Western Railway badge. There used to be trains which used to go through Instow, and these were worn by the workers before 1922. So yeah, that was my best find today, believe it or not. Very nice. This item, I don't know what it is. I know what that is. It's the top of a razor blade. One's what your dads used to use. What we used to unscrew, the thing used to open, we used to put a blade inside. I've had a couple of those off that beach. Yeah, that's definitely a razor blade. A few coins, 5p's, 1p's. There's something underneath there, could be a button, I don't know. Scrap, lots of scrap, as you can see from the bottom. Few shells, cases, this one. These will come up really nice and clean when you get all the muck off and give them a good polish. Don't know what this one is, but it's a tube shape. Could be a projectile case, I'm not too sure. And then I found this one, which got 12 on the bottom, which stands for 12 bore, I would say. And then the smaller one, which is a bit bigger than a 9mm. So that's me finds for today, and I'll see you on the next one.